Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Gambling Nights. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Get it done in a thriller against the Miami Heat. And, of course, we got the drinks. We at the bar. And I got my guy, Be Humble. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Shit. We was almost humbled today.
Yes, we were. Yes.
Ooh.
Close.
Very close. Too close, man. We came out real bad. Lazy, unenthusiastic, and a full crowd of people, and they couldn't hit the right side of the barn. So it was able to shape out in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go right into it. You guys, if you're new to the show, this is a gambling show talking about pop culture, what's going on in gambling. There's a lot of stuff going on with some of these gambling stories. We're going to get to them all, talking NBA, but I want to go first to the Sixers because it's right off the press, right hot. They just won, and they're, kind of do a quick post-game live. I mean, they avoided Boston. That was the key, right? That's the key to this whole thing is avoid seeing Boston. If you're going to see Boston, make it be for it all. I don't know. I thought the Embiid being off in the last game of the regular season, I thought that was just management, but it didn't look like it was management. It looked like it was for real. Bum leg a little bit there. He had a more heavier brace. He's obviously not in shape, but they're going to push through. They got the Knicks coming up. No Randall. I mean, I love Jalen Brunson. You know, he's just a dog, but they just don't have enough. 6 and 5, maybe 6.
Ooh.
I say maybe
shit,
6.
Man.
6
I think it's gonna be.
6.
I think it's gonna be a great series. I do. I think it's gonna be a great series. I was looking forward to this series, the Knicks and the Sixers, just because of the history, just because of the storylines now with Jalen Brunson coming back to Philly with the rest of the Wildcats of Villanova with Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. Those boys been balling, man, up there in New York, man. Salute to them guys taking that team to the playoffs. The question is, they got Bio back. That's going to be helpful for them. And how healthy is Embiid going to be, man? He looked terrible today.
He still got 23 though. He got an ugly 23.
That was a tough
23 and 15. But the key was the assists. He had 6 assists, which was huge, right? And he trusts you. You like, I think he said it. Him and Maxey can't do it all. They've all been saying it. The role players have to step up.
Thank God we had Batum out there, boy.
I mean, that catch and shoot. I'm trying to think who was like that.
That quick, like I don't think I've seen nobody that
and shoot it like
that. Was his release is stupid.
Yeah, like he catches it high and shoots it right quick.
Yeah, real quick,
right off the gate, and that thing either goes in and is wet or is not.
I like it in 6. I like 6 and 6. Going back to your question, man, 6 and 6. I think it's gonna be a tough battle, and hopefully Embiid can kind of get some rest, and hopefully the injury is not killing him as much as it looked like tonight.
He's going to kill. Who's guarding Embiid on the damn Knicks? They can't guard him, bro.
No, they can't guard him. But hey, that zone looked real efficient today when the Miami.
Yeah, but that's Miami running that.
That's true. That's true.
That zone. And I think they said on the cast. I think Reddick said on the cast. They're the number 1 team who runs its own, so they run it very, very efficiently. I'm gonna tell you what, boy. I knew he was nice, but old boy Jaquez. He almost put Maxey on skates, dog.
Yeah, he had him a couple times.
Had him a couple times. I was like, ooh.
Definitely a tough game.
I didn't know his handles was like that.
Yeah, he's nice. UCLA kid.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he got a lot of hops, but he can explode to the rim.
He can hoop. He can hoop. I like him, but going down the list here, I mean, Tobias is Tobias, 9, 10, and 4. Oubre came up big late. big free throws. Embiid finding him down low. It was there all day with that backdoor cut, with him sneaking in the zone. Finally got one to go. Big and one finishes. We just talk about Embiid. They did a great job on Maxey, right?
Yeah, he was lost.
And Maxey was just kind of a little off. I thought he was going to hoop, so I had a nice prop on him. He has scored. He played Miami Heat 4 times, and he scored 30 in 3 of them, and except for one. So I thought he was going to go off today. Lowry had a decent game. Just some of the veterans really stepped up.
Yeah,
Batum,
really did.
Lowry, Oubre. I mean, I wish I could add Harris into that mix, but he's just in no man's land. You see that brick of a 3 he threw when they went on that run
All
and
night long. Yep.
shooting
I don't know
3.
how he hit I don't know how he shot the ball like that. Missed layups. He had a layup to go 3 times. He missed 3 times in a row. It's just
Yeah, they tried to
tough,
get him
man.
the mismatch.
Yeah,
That's
he
the crazy
just
thing.
he
2-man
just
ball,
don't.
try to get him the mismatch, and it just like he should be coming off the bench. To be honest,
Can't come off
he'd
the
be
bench making all
he'd be
that money.
better poised to come off the bench, be a
All that
spot
money
and a
he
go-to
getting, he can't come off the
scorer.
bench. He's making too much money come off the bench. That man made
What was it? What was the
in there $250 million.
Yeah, no, but what was the John where what was it? They said that he's made the most money ever in the NBA history, and he's never been an all-star.
All-star. Never been an all-star.
Never been an all-star, but it's made the most money. What does that say about this guy, man? Like,
It says he can't create his own shot. That's the problem. He can't create his own shot. He's not explosive.
he's a silent assassin.
Who is he killing if he's a silent assassin? He don't kill nobody. You got to be able to kill somebody to be an assassin, bro. He's just silent. He's a silent player that might give you a quiet 17 and 19, but there aren't impactful points. They're just not impactful. I think that's what it is. Sometimes not saying it's every game, but when it really counts, he just disappears. Like today, 9 points today, right? 9 points, something like that. Shooting what 4 for 12 or something crazy, just not impactful. And the shots that you need him to make, he misses. And that's what I mean by not impactful. So
yeah. I mean, like I said, the key is they avoided Boston, so they get the matchup. You gotta like them against the Bucks if they get past the Knicks, which I think they should get past the Knicks. You gotta like them against the Bucks, and the only reason why I like them against the Bucks because I'm fading Doc. Right, I'm on the other side. Like I was supportive of Doc because I didn't think Doc was the reason we lost that series where we could have won. I thought he had all the pieces. He had everything he needed, and they just choked. I don't blame that on Doc. I blame that on the players because they had it when they had Boston here in Philly, Game 6.
Yeah.
But his history of Doc Rivers is that he's terrible in the playoffs. He can't get teams over the hump. And we've seen that time and time again or in the regular season with what he's done with the Milwaukee Bucks. It was a terrible mistake to get rid of Griffin and bring in Doc. Terrible.
Agree.
It was a historical mistake, and it might put that franchise back, and it might give the Philadelphia 76ers a path since 01.
Hey, talking about being a betting podcast, the line is real short for this series. I think it's like minus 120 or minus 130 or something like that for Milwaukee to win the series against Indiana. So listen, I hope Indiana kind of fights and
I don't want to see Indiana though. I don't want to see Halliburton and Turner.
I'd rather see Halliburton than a team like Dame Lillard that might get hot in the series or
I forgot they had Dame.
Yeah,
I'm not really.
And I think the injury to Giannis is much deeper. I think he injured that calf.
He's not. Yeah, he's not
supposed to probably the Achilles. So we got to kind of really.
That's why I want to see Milwaukee.
Yeah, but
so what's hold on? Let's do that real quick. What's the line? You got it up?
The series line. I can check for the series.
Yeah, let me bring it up. And thanks to everybody who's on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe, follow, like, all that good stuff. Hey, drop some comments, man. What y'all think about the Sixers today? You know? What y'all think about the Sixers today? I got it, bro. Let me bring it up real quick. Let me bring it up real quick. I got you, homie. You know what I mean? I'm always ready for you. All right. So let's look at the betting lines for
The series.
the series real quick. All right. Damn. Chi-Town putting it on. Atlanta. All right. So this is close, right? That's even.
I think it's gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a good 6-game series. Philadelphia,
That's even money.
New York gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
crazy in New York. Look at that. Look at it. Look, even money for the series.
yeah.
So we may not
Well,
be
even
seeing
odds.
Milwaukee.
Even odds.
I'm sorry, even odds. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that. I wonder what that regular season series was. They probably played them tough. They got the bodies to stay in front of Giannis.
Hmm.
But Giannis ain't gonna be Giannis though.
No, not with that injury.
Not with that injury. I wonder what the spread is. You gotta like if it's what +1.
Well, game
You
one, I think
think?
Indiana's the favorite.
So here we go. We got +1.5.
This is Philly Knicks.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking.
Okay.
4-2, like we said, +125. There's value right there on the Sixers. A little bit of value on the better team to win plus money. You might want to jump on that. But that means that now remember that means that the Sixers got to win at least 4-2. Oh yeah, it's still 7-game series, right? They don't do 5 no more.
Yeah, 7 games.
Yeah, 7 games.
So 6 games, that would have to be 4-2, a 4-2 series.
Shit, with no Giannis, these boys might get them out of there 4-1, bro.
Yeah, I like that plus money on Indiana -1.5.
Yeah, the 1.5 looks good for sure. Plus
Plus
135. Can
135.
you
That's some good
hold on?
news.
Let's see. Can you parlay this thing? Plus 1.5. Hey, you can play. You could. I mean, I did Sixers plus 1.5 because I know it's minus
Yeah,
130. 2-1. That ain't bad. Let's see what the other way is. Mm.
yeah. But what else you got left? What else you got left? Is there other teams that's in there? Because I would probably go Knicks plus 2.5, and then just kind of make it safe for everybody. We obviously think it's going to go. Knicks are going to get a couple wins.
Yeah, I think. I mean, honestly, I would think I would do it like this. So I would actually go there. That's the
Shit.
spread.
Do this. Do this really quickly. Let's go down real quick. Let's go plus 2.5 for Indiana, plus 2.5 for
Oh, there we
the New
go.
York
That's what
Knicks. You
that's
wanted
what
to
I
go in the
like right
series.
there. That 3-1 right there, B. Yeah.
A 2-game series.
Yeah. Knicks, I mean the Pacers to go -1.5. So Pacers go up 4-2.
Mhm.
And then no, that's +1. Oh no, that is minus 1.5.
Minus,
My
yeah.
bad. And then the Sixers minus 120. That's a 3-1 play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go dogs though. I'm
All
gonna
right,
go.
go
I,
ahead.
would- I would go dogs. Go plus 2.5 on both Sixers. I'm sorry, both Knicks and let's go Knicks. Let's go
+2.5 or minus
plus
2.5
plus two.
for the
Plus two and
Knicks.
a half for Knicks.
I don't even see a +2.5 for the Knicks. They don't even got it.
I thought I seen it.
It's -2.5.
Okay, it was a minus. That was a plus.
Yeah.
So go plus 1.5 Knicks.
+1.5 Knicks.
Go to Indiana plus. What we got for Indiana?
It was at -2.5 you was looking at.
And they got plus 2.5 right there. Go Indiana plus 2.5.
Indiana +2.5.
Mhm. Go up. Let's go up to the other games.
This Clippers Dallas series is gonna be crazy.
Let's go. Let's go Dallas plus 2.5.
Mmm.
See, we cooking up something over here. Shake and bake. See, this
I'm
is
fine
tricky.
fucking with that Orlando,
I
Cleveland.
know this is a little tricky, but this is the moneymaker right there. Okay, we still got the Phoenix. I don't like fucking Phoenix. Let's go Minnesota plus 2.5.
Plus 2.5. Okay.
That's plus 166. We needed one more, right?
Denver might sweep
Let's
these
go
boys.
Denver minus 2.5.
Denver might sweep these boys.
There's your plus 552 right there.
Denver might sweep them boys.
That's a 4-1. That's a 4-1 win right there.
Yeah, 5-1. 5-1 on that. See, this to me is just for me. It's too many.
Like three. Yeah, too many.
I like the 2. Give me 2. This is so much you gotta cover here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I like it though. You know, Knicks plus 1.5, Pacers plus 2.5, Dallas plus 2.5, the Timberwolves plus 2.5, and Denver to get the Lakers up out of here. They might sweep them. Has Bron been swept before, right? He's had to. He's been in the league.
Got swept. He got swept by didn't the Spurs sweep him?
I think the Celtics swept him too, right?
Chill, fam.
When
Chill on that history lesson.
Yeah, you got to go back.
I don't think they're gonna get swept. They're not gonna get swept though. They'll take one in LA.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But that altitude is gonna kill them in Denver.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got real quick before we move on. Do we got any? This is series. We got any futures?
What's the series buzzer beaters? What's that?
Oh, buzzer beater in the series.
Buzzer beats in that. Hey, plus 2,500. Sprinkle something on a tight series. That's what you want to look at. Series is going. Games are going to be tight. I think the New York Knicks and Philly is going to be a tight game.
You think there's going to be a buzzer beater like on the?
I think it can be.
It can, yeah. No, you're right. It could be.
For plus 2,500, you put $25 on that just for a little sprinkle.
Yeah, what grand? It's more than that, right?
What, $25?
No, $650.
Yeah, why not? For any time in the game, any time in the series?
I can't, man. I just can't reach like that. That's just me, though.
$25?
Like, I need something that makes sense. I think the buzzer beater here, Dallas and the Clippers, just because they got so many shooters. I can see that. You think there's gonna be a buzzer beater in the Knicks and Sixers game?
We almost had a damn near buzzer beater in our game just tonight.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I want to see.
I think it's gonna be a battle. I think it's gonna go battle. I think it's gonna go 6 to 7.
Wow.
So
they're dogs. I guess they should be dogs.
Yeah, they just played today.
It's 2.5. It should be.
New York gonna be crazy in that garden.
In the garden.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud, crazy.
Yeah. All right. We'll get some lines out there. I don't want to take up too much time on the Sixers as much, but they got the win. They avoid Boston. They get the bracket they want, and now they got a path to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and see whoever's on the other side. Let's hopefully to get there. They might have to run to Indiana. You would think Milwaukee might beat them, but I don't. With Giannis being hurt and not even playing game one, it seems like that series could get ugly really quick. So let's stay with the basketball. Let's stay with what the show is really about, and that's talking about these crazy stories. And one of the biggest stories that just came out was, what's his name? Was it Jontay?
Jontay Porter.
No. What's his first name?
How do you pronounce it? Jontay Porter, right?
Yeah, Jontay Porter. That's what I thought. Jontay Porter gets banned for life from the NBA, and losing too, right? Taking losses on his parlays, and then he gets banned for life. So the story goes that they seen unusual betting and big bets across a couple games on Porter's props. And we're talking like 80,000. I think I saw there was an $80,000 parlay that actually hit, but they didn't pay it out, which is crazy. It hit it for $1 million.
For $1 million. Yep.
$1 million, and they did not pay it out, which I thought was crazy. Now I don't know what the timeline was in terms of when. Was it like the last games where they started to see it, or was it like the first game? Because if it was the first game,
So it was the
I mean, I
second
guess
game.
they can't play it. They can't pay it out because they found out he was, he was
Yeah, I think it was the
giving out
second game.
info.
The second game they found it out
Right,
because it
right,
happened
right.
early on when he did it twice. So I think it was the second game that they found out. Yep. I mean, well, I mean, this was an easy layup for the NBA, right? You got a
Yeah,
player that's
they needed a poster child for this.
right, and
It
I
was
mean, I
coming.
guess no better than somebody that's on a two-way contract that you ain't got to worry about being a star or a big-time name in your league. So I guess you make
There's
the example.
no show high on Tani.
Absolutely not.
Right.
So I mean, great layup for the NBA. You make your stance here because listen, man, this is the tip of the iceberg. You're talking
Mm-hmm.
gambling, baby. You're talking money. You're talking a lot of money, a lot of opportunities, and there's going to be opportunities to make a lot of money in the gambling industry, especially when you continue to year in year out add more opportunity to make bets each year. You know, this all started. It wasn't no such thing as player props a couple years ago. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You just had sides and totals, and then you started adding these next layers and the next layers, and now we're just kind of bleeding into these bigger opportunities for a guy that's on a two-way contract, not making a whole lot of money, and finding a way to, hey, listen, I can make some more money on the side by just on my own control. I mean, I guess it's not the
No,
smartest
he
thing to
wasn't
do.
like he had $15 bets. I think the most they said it was 22,000.
Yeah,
Like he wasn't moving no cash like that.
no,
Like these are small bets, and you in the
but we don't
league,
know who
bro.
we don't know who else behind him is making money though. That's the question.
Yeah,
We're
that's
only
true.
looking at his money. We don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what
I was
Uncle
looking at his
John got
money.
over there. Uncle John might got some bread over
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? We don't know what kind of ties he
Well,
got.
he probably
Homeboy,
saw old boy hit that mill, and he's like, "Oh shit, man, I need to get in here."
absolutely.
You know what I mean? He
So
said, "Oh boy, hit a mill on that thing." Oh yeah,
he
we gonna
just
have
ain't
to do
do it
something.
right. He just ain't do it right. You leaving games with injuries. Like you got to finish. You know what I mean? He just ain't
Motherfucker said he had an eye problem.
crazy.
He said he caught an eye infection in the middle of the game.
And it's like points. Like bro, like all right, I guess you shoot. You can miss some shots, my guy.
I know, right?
Still, don't come out of injury. Like just,
Yeah,
listen, Tobias Harris. You know what I mean? Throw that joint
right.
up.
Yeah, you
But
can miss some shots for real. You can airball a couple shits.
sure,
Some things go short. This motherfucker just came out and said, "I'm hurt, dog. Don't put me
right.
back in. I can't see."
And you can't put a whole lot of money on that stuff. Like that's the problem. Probably had too much money. That's rich flagged. Like who the hell?
Mhm.
First of all, the DraftKings or whoever it was probably looking at like who the hell is Jontay
Fa-
Porter in the first
It was
place?
FanDuel.
Fan has seen that big lot of money on that dumbass prop.
Yeah,
So
he's. I didn't know that he's the brother of Michael Porter Jr.
Michael MPJ, yeah.
Oh,
And you know
that's
Mike like
crazy.
though, don't put my name in none of that. I ain't got nothing to do with
Well,
that.
they looking at Mike. They got to, of course.
You
At this
got to.
point,
He
yeah, they
probably like,
got to.
he probably don't even fuck with my brother to be honest with you. That's probably what he's telling everybody. Like who? I don't even mess with that boy
Like
like that.
who? That
That's my
motherfucker don't even
brother,
look.
but
He don't even look like me. I don't know that motherfucker.
like, nah, don't put me in
We
that.
got two different moms, bro.
Right.
You know what I
My
mean?
man
Yeah,
is
but I think you clapped it up. I think obviously Silver, got the right call here, and like you said, it was a layup call to put a message out there that the rules of the gambling violations of the NBA is real. I think later down the line, a story we'll do is we'll review that documentary about the ref. I forget that ref's name. That was really big, heavy in calling
Dunleavy,
games.
something like Dunleavy or something like Donahue.
Donahue, yeah, Donahue, yeah. Well, we should watch. We should. I haven't seen a documentary, but we'll do a review of that, and I think that'll be a good review. It's in every. I mean, shit. The sports books are sponsoring the league,
They're in bid.
leagues, not
They're in
just the
bid.
league, leagues. So the analytics, the AI, the data driven behind it, it's all there. Trust me, these people know what they're doing. They've been robbing people out of their pockets for a long time, and this is the reason why you come to Money Pot is to learn how to navigate those waters, learn how to try to beat the sports books, aka the boogeyman, aka the book man. I say it all the time. You got to go hit the channel, hit up some of the channels. I just dropped some of the best sporting apps that that you can use, and which ones I like to use, that we use to win money. So there's a way to navigate it. There's a way that you do this as a side hustle. Got to be smart. And unfortunately for Mr. Porter, he's the asshole of the day.
And a tip too. This is now playoff time for the NBA. So there's really two sports you can really kind of during playoff time that you need to add into your handicap, and that's looking at who's refing these games. Because there are trends. There are trends with certain refs and umpires that are that are assigned to the games, that you see trends, whether it's the totals being over or under, or games being tighter or closer or not. So start looking at that. Start looking at umpires or refs that are officiating these playoff games, because it is a entertainment industry. This isn't
Absolutely.
college football. This isn't no nothing matters. The NBA is entertainment. So if
Shit
they
getting to
want, if they
college
can
too,
get,
though, bro.
if it
Shit
is
getting to
getting there,
college.
it
It's
is.
getting to
But the
college.
NBA, if they can get to 7 games for all games in the playoffs, they would love it. Is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. But would it happen? Probably not. But they're going to
Yeah,
find a way to make it happen.
for
So
sure.
there's a saying for certain teams. Um, and I said this again and speaking of college, I said this in the college girls game. I said that South Carolina is going to have to really beat Iowa by 10 or more to win that game, because everybody wanted Iowa to win, and that's how it be when it comes down to playoffs and big time games. So just be mindful. Another baseball is like that too. A lot of umpires have a lot of control over strike zones, which strikes, which balls. Um,
They talked about trying to get to like a machine called.
Yeah, I think that's a stretch, but it is being done in lower levels. I think it's successful because obviously they're saying that the box that you see on television is not always accurate. But
Right.
I think if the umpire can get some assistance, I think that'd be great. But I think players should be the challenge. I think you should be the challenge as a batter. I think you should be able to get one challenge a game and be able to use that challenge when you feel like you're being called strike or a
I
ball.
like the human element of it though. I do. I really do. I do like the human element of the ump.
My
Um,
only problem with that, Nate, is that now it's so much money, bro, being passed around. And just over the first month of in baseball, it's been some outrageous out of the box calls. It's just too much. It's too much.
for the I get that, but for the majority, I would say the majority they're pretty close. For the majority, from the games that I've seen, at least for the Phils, they're pretty close in terms of how they call those games. So I get what you're saying to be as precise. Maybe there might be replay. I don't know.
Or just
They're
make it for
trying
the
to speed up
playoffs,
the
big
game,
games.
not slow it down.
Right. Or maybe the big games. You know what I mean? Like let the challenges be available for big games, because those are
Yeah,
big calls, when you're batting. And when the first strike or the first ball is called a strike, that just
yeah.
changed your whole approach as a batter. So
Hmm.
now you're already short. Now I gotta be more aggressive. Now I can't wait, or I gotta attack more. So it's really, strike one is really a big influence to the whole at bat. So
Yeah,
I think maybe the big games, they should be the playoff games. They should be to add a challenge, tap of the hat, to say I want to challenge this call because this is way outside.
yeah. No, I hear that. I hear that. All right. So staying with the basketball concept, the WNBA draft was a couple days ago,
Big
and I
success.
was absolutely shocked at the leaks of the salaries of the top 10 picks, specifically Caitlin Clark's. Now, she came in there Prada head to toe, right?
Sure, sure.
Head to toe. And you called it last week. She is the WNBA's golden goose. Dawn Staley gave credit where credit was due, by the way, right? I know in this society we can get caught up in race, and I even asked myself a race question to you as well. But now the more that I look at this and at least look at it from a bird's eye view or from a higher view, what she's going to do for basketball, I'm already calling her the GOAT. I really
Mm,
am. She even getting the
mm.
WNBA. I'm already calling her the GOAT, and I'm gonna tell you why, bro. And we'll get to her salary. Actually, you know what? Let me bring it up right now. Let's remove. So that's her salary right there.
Mhm.
You got me in your ear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So that's her salary right there. She's making less than six figures per year. Over 4 years, she's gonna make $338,000. Now, endorsements gonna be out the wazoo.
Yep.
I think her outfit costs like I think they said almost 20% of
It
her
was free.
actual
It was free.
salary.
It was
It was
free.
free. It was for sure
It
free.
was free.
It was for sure free. Yeah, they capped it. But the reason why I'm calling her the GOAT right now, because what she's going to do, as long as she performs, is that she's going to break salary records for
Mhm.
the WNBA. Her next salary should be upper of her extension or whatever. She should start to get close to what? What do you think? Half a mil, 750? I think. Like it
To
should
tell you the
be a
truth,
massive jump.
it all depends on what she brings in. That's what it comes down to. We think she's going to bring in a lot. Obviously, she's selling out. Um, the draft was one of the highest rated drafts in WNBA history. I think it broke the record for the most viewed NBA draft or WNBA draft. Like she's a really hot commodity. She could be the Tiger Woods of the sport. When I say by Tiger Woods, it's not just Tiger Woods' greatness, but just how he transitioned the golf league into making more opportunity for finances for players. She could be that person because she's box office. She's the definition of box office. So if
For
she's
sure.
successful and they continue to build the league, then the money will continue to grow. But all this hoopla about comparing a NBA rookie contract to a WNBA first round pick contract, that's
Yeah, what
bullshit.
was it? 1%, I think I saw.
It's bullshit. Okay, because the WNBA doesn't bring any money. They live on a loss. The NBA sponsors that money. Okay, so if you guys want these players to make more money, then you need to support the league.
Product.
What does
Yeah.
that mean? Is you need to watch the games,
Mhm.
buy the marketing. I'm sorry, the I'm talking about the jerseys. Um,
The merch.
the merch. Watch the games on there on TV.
You gotta
That's
watch
how
the
you
product.
that's
Yeah.
how you end up getting these players the money that they deserve. It's not just, oh, she deserves this. No, because y'all ain't watching it.
I think she deserves it. I'm going to I think she deserves it because of the spotlight she's bringing to the game.
Mhm.
She, like you said, she is a star. And they all know, I mean, the dude, the I mean, the reporter, right, was shooting his shot. Right?
Yeah.
You seen the interview? The reporter was shooting his shot. Oh, I do the heart thing for my family. Oh, well, I got you, baby. As long as you like that, I like it too. You know what I mean? He was shooting his shot.
As long as you
Like,
like it, I like it too.
yeah, as long as you like it, that's for you. I like it too. I ain't
Yeah,
mad at
but
the
she has to
Bulls.
get her money. I think she has the control. So she has to get her money the way everybody else gets their money, and I think her money will be much bigger. There's a lot of opportunity outside of basketball. Her marketing, her sponsorships.
Yeah, her
You know,
sponsorships are gonna be great. Like
right?
she'll
Start a YouTube page. Start a whole. You can do a whole bunch of stuff.
no, she's
Um,
not gonna do. I think I mean, I'm talking about, like products, sneakers. Think about like sneakers. Like though,
yeah,
she's gonna be
but
fine.
the
Like
league ain't paying her. The league ain't gonna pay her.
no, the league ain't gonna pay her, but
No,
the Prada, she could be a spokesperson for
correct.
Prada, athletic wear for Prada. Like that just opens it all. It opens it all up. Because and not even that, she's got. I mean, it's the Curry effect, right? The way she plays the game, where she shoots from. It's something that's eye popping. It's something you really haven't seen before. And right now, I just looked it up. Las Vegas Aces Jackie Young is the highest paid player in the NBA at 252,420. And I think when I call Caitlin the GOAT, it's because her next contract is going to double that salary.
Should.
It's going to double that salary. Like you told me, they're sold out.
Sold out.
They're sold out.
Yep.
I should know this. Where she got drafted.
Who?
Fever. That's what it was.
Yeah, Indiana.
Caitlin, Indiana. They're
Yeah, good
sold
spot for
out.
her. Good spot. I think that team should be okay too. I think they got the young lady from South Carolina last year. I can't think of her name right now, and I went number one.
Mhm.
So they'll have a nice little tandem as long as she can run the floor and continue to make threes and be work on her handle a little bit more. I think she's going to be great. I would like her to take advantage of the opportunities and talk about these other leagues. Like, listen, why can't you play both leagues? Go play 4 or 5 games. Talk to Q. Say, yo, Q. All right, listen, give me $3 million. I do half a season.
Let me ask you this. Now that you've seen everything, now that everything's been leaked, her salary, which you might think she might get from sponsorships and endorsements and all that good jazz, I don't think it's $5 million. I don't think it's going to add up to $5 million. So would you have took Cube's deal?
I have the power. So I'm doing both. And I'm telling the league, listen, do you want me or do you not?
Oh, you're going to play both.
I'm going to play both. What a 3-on-3 game go to 30. What we talking about? What are we talking about?
That
I'm
would
gonna
be
go play
crazy.
both, and I'm gonna make my money. It's 3-on-3. I know my loyalties to the WNBA and moving that product forward, right? But I
Yeah.
only can do that by continuing to be the face of basketball, not just women's
Mm,
basketball. So if I can go to the big three and make $3 to $5 million in a 3-on-3 where I know at least I can get my shot off against guys, because she could in a 3-on-3, right? She'll have some type of opportunity to have some spacing, whether it's cutting or whatever. She'll have some opportunity, but she's going to sell out the arenas for 3-on-3. Cube is going to love it. Everybody going to love it. They're going to be able to get up close and personal. Why not? You play. Say
yeah.
you're just going to play half the season for them, and if you have to come back for the playoffs, you play for the playoffs, and your loyalty is to WNBA. But you got the power. She has the power. She's the most unique player to probably come out of college basketball, women's college basketball
Yeah,
ever.
I'm I'm kind of feeling like almost LeBron-esque.
Ever. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm
Ever.
kind of feeling like LeBron, like everything's on her shoulders. Every move, everything she does is going to be, the trickle down effect of what girls are going to see coming, before. And like I said, I mean, even Biden said something, right? The president of
Mhm.
the United States said something about the issue with her pay and how she's getting paid. So, you take notice when, regardless of who the president is, whether your affiliation with him or without him, you take notice when the president says something. And she has so much responsibility for women just in general and women in basketball just in general. And it'll be really interesting how she navigates that because it's almost like it's she's got a Steph Curry game on the court,
Mhm.
but her importance to basketball is LeBron-esque
Mhm.
in terms of what she means to the game. She's coming in highly talented. She's the quote unquote best college woman player ever. She's coming as the number one pick. She came in Prada. She's already getting hollered at these press conferences. You see her more a little bit on social media. She was on Saturday Night Live. Kudos to her to bringing her whole team with her to
Mhm.
Saturday Night Live and not making it about her, but the team as well. A rising wave lifts all ships, as they say. Can
I
she
think
do that? Can she do that with that pressure? Can
so. I
she do can she do that and do both at such a young age? Like that is a crazy concept. Like it's not just about you, it's about the goddamn team. Like she needs a team around her to make sure she is a winner and successful. You know what I mean? Because it's not just about her. It's about every woman that comes next because she is going to be the model of what the next woman looks like in the NBA. Like it's just like Steph, like I said on the court. Now you're going to have little girls practicing 2 feet from the 3-point line, making that shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're
I think
going
that's
to
going to be the
see
rocky road for
carbon
her.
copies of that.
I think that's going to be the rocky road. I know she's a team first person, and I think her position with the team, because of her ability, should transition easily to her next level, right? So maybe she'll average, instead of 25 points, maybe in the WNBA year one, year two, maybe 16 to 18 to 20-ish, right?
Yeah.
Still with her fantastic opportunities to shoot the deep ball from half court, whatever she's doing. The question is how much does it matter for the league and for these young ladies? Because I've been hearing a lot of hate from a lot of these older vets and prime vets saying that she's not going to transition right away. It's going to be some time for her to kind of get used to the next level. These are grown women playing for their, blah, blah, blah. And she's this and she's that. And it's like, yo, she's your golden goose. Y'all need to make sure
Mhm.
she look as great as she is, so those spotlights can stay on it on a WNBA and not
Yeah.
flourish and move away. So that's the question. If I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm going to have my team let them know. Listen, I'm team first, but the way I'm shaped right now is to provide for the WNBA in a way it's never been. I need you guys to trust me and be with me. These are my plans, and we're going to
Yeah.
make this thing a bigger thing than what it is. And like I said, I would take every opportunity. Number one is calling up Q. That's my first one. And I'm telling the WNBA and Indiana Fever that this is what I'm going to do.
So do the leagues conflict in terms of schedule?
I mean, possibly. I don't know
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
I
don't know
think
what the
his,
big
I
three
think
looks like.
Big Three's on a weekend, right? I think they're like Saturdays. So
Okay.
I think they play every Saturday.
Okay.
So obviously you would have to map that out. So I don't know if she can play every game, but I'm sure that Indiana Fever is not playing on every Saturday.
That could be a good thing though, because that
It's an
drives.
absolutely good thing.
Yeah,
It's 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 a
she's a
great
spectacle at that point,
If I'm the
right?
WNBA, I want you to
Yeah,
do this because I need you to continue to push our market to the next level. Oh, look what Clayton's doing to the big three. She out there balling against these guys, the veteran guys that played in the league. She's out here bang, bang, bang. And then she's going, next thing you know, she's going right back to an Indiana Fever game. And say she did a big three game in the early in the afternoon. The next thing you know, she's flying back to play a night game for Indiana Fever.
yeah, that's a lot though. I don't know
It
about
is a
that.
lot, but
That's
it's
a
three
lot.
on three, bro. They only go to 30. We're not
Yeah,
talking about we're not talking about a lot of work.
yeah, but I don't know if she. Yeah, she probably could dial it back and and just not 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 be all in. But then what I mean, you Fever got to be in it with it,
They
right?
got
Fever's
and
got to see the bigger
the league,
picture.
you gotta see the bigger picture. The
Got to see
bigger
the bigger
picture is
picture
the
because
money.
she can always get injured out there,
That's true.
especially playing with people that are not professional basketball players.
I haven't seen any big three players get hurt. They're all vets. They're all LA Fitness guys and now vets that ain't trying to get hurt. So maybe
Yeah,
they're not going that hard. And I think we all understand what this person. They're not going to go too crazy, in my opinion.
right, right,
But
right.
I think it's a big opportunity for the WNBA to take a look at this and keep the camera here, focused on what you need to focus as she transitions into the WNBA. That's what I would do. And then you can talk about her making money. The opportunity for everybody. Everybody eats.
Oh
Cube
yeah,
eats now.
always,
They're gonna be
always,
he's gonna have sold out venues. He's only
always.
paying her X amount of dollars, 3 million or 5 million, whatever that is. And then now eventually Indiana Fever will continue to
I
eat.
tell you what, Clay Thompson need to go over there.
So we're the big three.
He do,
That's
he
a good
do.
transition. That's a good transition right there.
Yeah, Clay need to go. I know you wanted to talk about Clay. I didn't know what to really put together about Clay. I think it is the end of an era.
It's the end of an
That
era.
whole thing is the end of an era, right? Because
That's a big
Draymond
man. That's
Draymond's
a
going to
great
be on
era.
his way out. Yeah, it was a great era. Draymond, how many? What did they win? 3 together or 4?
They won. How many they got? Four, right?
They got 4 or
So
3.
they got them all together. So
I know they got them all
is it
together.
three
I
or
don't
four?
remember if they won 3 or 4.
I can ask Alexa. But I think it's 3, right? Or was it 4?
I forget. Yo, anybody out there on Twitter or YouTube, let us know how many championships did the Golden State Warriors won.
But either way, they got them all together. And
They
it's
did
an
get
end
them
of
all
the era.
together.
It's a great that
Yeah,
was a great dynasty. Golden State came
yeah,
out of
it was.
nowhere. Great dynasty, man. Steph led the way, Draymond and Clay, you know what I mean, Splash Brothers. Obviously now they're getting older.
He can't
Clay's
go
falling
out like
off.
that though.
0
Like
for
he didn't
10.
make a bucket,
0
bro.
for 10. 0 donut.
He didn't like that's a hard way to walk off the court. Like he got to come back. I think somebody gonna pay him.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna bring him in, and he's gonna be just that spot up shooter, catch shoot guy. His legs are shot, right?
Yeah.
He's got no legs.
And that's
But
because of the injuries.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I caught up with him, and when the mind says yes a little bit, but the body's like, nah, dog, we gonna have to slow this thing down.
And
And
he
you got to
has to
train.
adjust. He has to
Yeah, he's
understand
got to
where he's
adjust
at.
exactly.
In his mind, he got to know that I'm not the old Clay. I got to
Yeah,
now position myself where I can be successful. And my
right.
best position is be with a team that I can just be a spot up 3-point shooter. And when I get the ball, I'm reliable, right? Like
Absolutely.
Golden State, I think needs him a little more than what they got from him, obviously, because they lean on him a little more. What these other teams they possibly can go to, i.e. the 76ers. Not saying I would pay him a big dollar for him to come, but I would like him to be our 3-point a stretch 3, right? Or, you know, teams like Dallas. Like, can you imagine him go to Dallas, be that third guy on the wing when you got Kyrie and Luca working in the inside, and all you gotta do is sit out in the corner
It's a
and
lot of
knock that
shooting
corner
over there.
3? Hell
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would
I'm
do.
trying to remember who was like that who just shot threes.
What
I'm
you
trying
mean?
to remember there was a oh man,
That
I'm trying to
transition to
think.
shooting threes or just was it 3-point shooter?
Nah, like all, everything he shot was a three. It was nothing else like Corver almost.
Mhm. Kyle
You know what I
Korver.
mean? Just to give the Philadelphia feel. Like Corver would shoot maybe 7 or 10 shots, but they were all threes.
Mhm.
Right? Like they weren't nothing else but threes. But
Yeah.
see, Corver could run. That's
Yeah.
the problem. Clay don't got
No
his
wheels.
legs
His
are
wheels is
done.
done. Yeah.
His wheels are done. So, yeah, I mean, I see y'all out there. We got 30, 40, 35 people on there, man. Let me know.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, when was Clay? I mean, sorry, what was the Golden State era? Was it 3 or 4 championships? Let me know in the chat if y'all can.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think yeah, that whole group is coming to a close. I mean, I think Curry got obviously some years left in him,
Mhm.
but it's going to be a full reset, and it's a new challenge for them because I know they lost the last game, so they're done, right? They're finished.
They're
They're
done.
not even
They're on
yeah, they're
vacation.
done. They're on vacation. Cancun on 3.
Cancun on 3.
Yeah,
Early
back
vacation.
back to dancing on the yacht for Clay.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think Steph got another baby coming, so he ain't gonna retire no time soon. Steph gonna be a Golden
yeah.
State for life. So
Oh,
he
well, I
got, he
mean,
got
yeah,
another
yeah.
8 years, probably 5 to 8 years.
That's just a sour taste though for Clay to leave in that jersey, to have that type of performance. You know, I can see Draymond. Draymond has a lot of things off the court already. He's a personality. He's got his
Mhm.
podcast. He can always become an announcer. He's a locker room guy, right? He's a guy. He's a dude. He's an athlete. So that'll be an easy transition for him. It's just when you pull the trigger, and you wonder what that looks like for next year for them. So it is the end of an era. I think like you said, you text me that it is an end of an era for them. And I mean, damn, man, that was some great
Yeah, it's great.
storytelling and
Absolutely.
basketball. With Iguodala, them back and forth. So how many times they see
Cavs,
Cleveland? Hey, yeah, how many times they see Cleveland? Was
3,
it
right?
three?
3 times, yeah.
Three, right? Three
Yep.
times, and they only got they got him twice, and then obviously we know what Bron did for that
Came
one.
back.
So
Came back from 3-0.
yeah, that was yeah, great. That's when you fall in love with sports because it tells a story,
Yep.
right? And the majority has maybe some concept or more view of that story, but there's few who can tell the story in a different lens and that what grabs you. That's what pulls you in because of that emotion and that connection. And for those who have played it and been blessed to be able to play it, it's one thing. It's a hell of a thing to say, right? And then see it at the highest level, right? When you compete and have a chance to play with players that take it to the next level, you know what that looks like. And for people that level, the Klay Thompsons, Currys, LeBrons, Draymond, that whole series, that's got to be special. It's almost like a brother. Is it? And it's not almost. I know it's a brotherhood.
Sure.
That they'll always share that battle, and it's crazy to understand what it's like to be on the field of battle with your people and go to war with your guys and go against the next man like you. There's a warrior's code to that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, but all things got to come to an end. And
Yeah, it does. Father Time is undefeated.
for the next core group of people to come up. I mean, listen, we talking about OKC
I
as
see
the
that shit every time I get on
#1
the scale,
team.
dog. Every time I get on the scale, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker. Like, we'll get to that too. I didn't forget it. I said 100 in a year.
You said 100 a year. You said that
100 in a year.
with that scale. I got 100. You got
Scale
100.
right now. I'm down 10.
Ooh, you started off quick.
But I'm so big you don't even notice it.
No, you gonna notice. It's okay. It's okay. We one step at a time.
One step at a time. Well, yeah. One day at a time, one step at a time, down 10. But I'm tracking my shit and I'm noticing that how much, where you gotta stop. Like even today, quick sidebar. I was at the gig. I didn't eat lunch, so I know I needed to eat something. Breakfast was a Wawa joint. I do like like I'm one of them. Like I do coffee, but I only drink a half a cup.
Mhm.
And I don't do sugar or in my coffee. It's just like creamer in the coffee, just too much. Did that. Got a turkey sausage, egg, and cheese on a biscuit. That joint was fire.
You ain't gonna lose so much 10 pounds with that.
That biscuit was everything this morning, bro. I tell you that. Then did my job, went to site, came back. I'm like, shit, it's like 3. I know I'm on a long ride on the road, about 2 hours to 2 hours and 15 minutes on the road. So I was like, all right, that means I'm gonna get back around like 6 something. So I need to eat lunch. Stop by, got lunch, French onion soup, and I did what they call a California chicken sandwich, which is grilled chicken, avocado, lettuce, tomato,
Okay.
cheese on a sandwich. It had chips with it.
Mm.
I put all that shit in my app, bro, just to track my shit. I was done for the day.
You was done for the day.
I
That
was
was it.
done for the day. From
That
where I
biscuit,
should be,
that biscuit did
done
it.
for the day.
That biscuit and chips did it.
Yeah, everything did it. You know what I mean? I was over, really, is
So
what
what, you
I
just drinking water now? You just drinking water now? That's
well,
what you're
I
doing?
mean, I'm sipping on
Okay.
the juice. I'm sipping on the
Well, that right
on the
there.
juice.
What kind of juice is that? That's about another. You already over now. You already over
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
drink.
yeah,
Too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's empty calories. You know how that go.
Empty
Um,
calories.
but we're at gambling night, so I can't be at the bar and not have at
Without
least
have a drink.
one, and not at least one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I try to mix it right. I got the wine. I told you about the drink, the port, and the tequila. Shout out to my guy Steve, man. Put me on that drink.
All right, we're gonna hold each
I'm
other
hooked
accountable,
ever
man.
since.
Shout out to Steve. We're gonna hold each other
Yeah,
accountable, man. You
for
said
for
100. I ain't gonna hold you to 100, but I'm gonna hold you to a positive number, and we're gonna rock out.
I
100 is a
think,
lot.
yeah, I really do think I can do 100, man. I do, and it's different. A little bit older, obviously. So getting up at this weight and just trying to run a couple miles, that shit ain't not gonna work. And this is a shout out just for anybody who's watching this, or everybody who sees this. If you're a bigger guy and you're an older guy, or you're an ex-athlete like us, you got to understand the changes and understand the changes to your body as you get older. And the reason why diets or things fall off is because you think you can do what you used to be able to do at a certain age. Shit, not like that. Like me trying to go run a quick 5K like I used to keep myself in shape is not going to happen. That's going to set me up for failure. You have to do the things that set you up for success. And one of those things, I'm telling you right now, I'm a big believer in this. I've trained with bodybuilders. I was in my bag. not too long ago, even though it was 10 years ago, but it's still not too long ago with me in terms
He
of
was in
how
his
to work
bag
out.
though.
I
He
was
was
in
in
my
that
bag
bag.
for
He's
sure. I
definitely
was
in
in
that
that
bag
bag for
for
sure.
sure.
Absolutely. But bodybuilders who look like that do not run. They walk.
They walk.
They literally walk, whether it be an incline or just a walk in consistency every day. They walk and they eat right. That's the start. That's where you got to get that shit dialed in. Excuse me for cursing because I'm trying to do better. But that's where you got to get that dialed in. If you can't get that dialed in, you will never win the fight that you're fighting. I'm telling you right now. Eating out, DoorDash, Instacart, all that stuff every other day. Like, I ate 2 things today and I was finished. I'm well over 300 pounds, just for disclosure. So, you know what my maintenance is in terms of the calorie intake I can take or not. I'm telling you right now, because I'm dialed in. I'm right where I need to be mentally. But stuff
Okay.
like this, staying up to 11, like all this stuff
It's tough. It
starting
is
to
tough.
make sense. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I'm doing it for y'all because I like doing this. This show is amazing. Wednesday nights, we get to talk a little bit different outside of being into the numbers. We talk about gambling and we get to talk about stuff like this in terms of losing weight and how to better our life and how to
Yeah.
be better men and the culture and things like that. It's just a different switch where we always like to kind of sneak in on the gambling side, but now we can separate it and have these stories to tell. But I don't want to rant too much because I have been, but you can do it if you're watching this. I know you can do it. I've done this before. I was up to like 290 and I went down to probably like 230, lost 60, 70 pounds, putting in the work, doing the right things.
Mhm.
And it was hard, but it felt great. It felt amazing. You couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I remember. I remember.
You you
We
cou-
both
you
was in the
couldn't you
gym.
couldn't you couldn't you couldn't tell me nothing. My wife told me I was cocky as hell, and she was right because I
Yeah.
was.
I
I
remember
had
you walking
abs.
into the LA
I was
Fitness and
abs. I was in a express shopping extra large shirts. You couldn't
that's
tell
the
me
best
anything.
feeling though. When you hit them expresses and you've been a big guy your whole life and you fit into that little express shirt,
Yes,
you're like, "Oh
sir.
yeah, I done made
Yes,
it.
sir. That thing
I
was
done made it."
fitting and it was good.
Yeah,
It
I
was it,
remember
it
that.
was it was it was good. You know what I'm saying? So
Now I just go get these T-shirts I order online and keep it that way. Keep
I mean, this joint right here, like I was like, I hope this 3X will fit.
You look good though, man. Keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
hold each other
for sure.
accountable, and every day we're gonna get
For
better.
sure. Every week after week. So this is week one. We should have did it last week. I forgot. Week one, I started 2 weeks ago, making sure that my calorie intake was on point. I'm getting better at taking my daily walks during lunch, and I'm getting better at staying consistent in the gym, being smart in the gym, knowing that I used to be able to put 500 on my back squatting, deadlifting 600, benching over 400 pounds, not doing any of that.
That shit done.
Dialed in terms of lighting the weight, making sure I'm slow on my eccentric and eccentric um, in terms of lifting. Like I can get really into it if I want to,
Mhm.
but just making sure that there's no reason to put that much weight stress on my body. I'm not trying to push around 300 guys anymore in terms of the football field. So I'm trying to lift smarter, lifting more for the look in terms of just more power and strength. So 2 weeks down 10 pounds. I
Nice.
think,
I'll jump on the scale. That's right. I didn't take my pre and after, but by next week we'll be able to share that for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Last week I think was really successful for me. Monday through Thursday, I'm very, very strict. Meal prep, meal planning.
What do you eat when you
Weekends.
do meal prep?
So we did so last week it was salmon
I
and
love that you
broccoli.
said we
Yeah.
because I know what that means.
You need a team. You need a team, especially if you're living with a team. So you need a team to kind of be on the same page. That
Yeah.
helps you out. It's hard to be on different pages when you're trying to be focused.
Yes, sir.
So it does help out. But salmon, veggie, stayed away from the carb Monday through Thursday. Then the weekends come. Obviously, I don't want to. I'm not trying to kill myself every single day. So then if I just know that hey, stay on course. But if I have a potato, whatever, then we're good. But then right back to Monday, we tighten up, we straighten up. So yeah, and then like I said, consistently working out, just trying to make that happen 5 to 7 days out of the week. Definitely no less than five. Um, Whether like you said, just a walk. Like today was about close to 4 miles for me today. Just on a walk, ease walk, and then sometimes I'll do intervals. Just kind of switch it up. But like you said, you get older, man. Body parts start hurting a little more than they did 5 years ago. So it's tough. It's hard. Back get tight, knees start aching. We go through it, but you just got to push through it, and that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, it's just a
Slow.
weak.
Call it slow cooking. Slow cooking. Slow
It's just
cooking.
the weakness leaving the body. That's what it is.
That's what the old ball coach used to say. Are you
And
are you injured or are you hurt? At this point, I don't know, but I'm gonna say I'm hurt.
but put me in the game, coach. I
You
don't
put
know.
me in the game. I don't know.
I don't
We're
know. I can't
gonna
tell
figure
you.
it
Let
out.
me know. Let me know
Right.
after this snap. I'll let you know.
Correct.
And speaking of weakness, I really thought this story was weakness.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft turning, in my opinion, on Bill Belichick. So the story is Bill Belichick, if you guys don't know, sounds like was a front runner for the Atlanta Falcons deal. Shout out to Raheem Morris. I'm always about a black man getting a job
Mhm.
and being a leader of men.
And he is.
But
He is.
Bill Belichick interviewed twice for the Atlanta Falcons. And the word on the street is that there was a bug in, I think it's Arthur Blank, the GM of the Atlanta Falcons, that Robert Kraft told him not to hire Bill Belichick because of personality issues. Now, I read some of the stories, I read some of the details. Supposedly, Bill Belichick said, that won't be an issue. I'm okay working. This is not the New England Patriots. I'm okay with it being different. I won't have full control like I had in New England. I'm okay with working with these different departments and these different personalities. And then he went twice. And next thing you know, he felt like he had enough to get the job, and Raheem Morris gets the job for the Atlanta Falcons. Supposedly, Arthur Blank said, I wanted a head coach that I felt like could lead, a family or be part of a family in the Atlanta Falcons. And this is more sounds like fit versus accomplishment,
Mhm.
because obviously nobody can stand with Belichick in terms of accomplishments and what he's done for the game of football.
For sure.
So when I think about this story, I want to ask you here, bro. If you're Bill Belichick, this is the second time I asked you to put your socks into the shoes of a white person, which is fine. It's
Mhm.
all good. How do you feel looking at Robert Kraft, who you've won multiple championships with, and took the New England Patriots, who was always the worst team on every NFL game on any system, Genesis, Super Nintendo,
Always.
PlayStation 2, 3, whatever. No, they started getting good, I think, at 3. But they were always the worst team on every system. You won the multiple championships, arguably the best head coach ever, the mad scientist on defense. How do you feel about sharing those so many crazy moments with this guy, and now to come to find out this dude really, really kind of like stabbed you in the back?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't know how they ended their relationship. I don't know what that conversation was when Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick parted ways. It looked visually during the press conference. It did look like it was a little awkward, a little weird that a person like Bill Belichick was leaving an organization after all is done for the Patriots. It seemed really generic, like the introduction that Robert Kraft did on that day. But I just thought they were just two people that are just, Bill's kind of weird in that way. He's not really social with the media, so I just kind of laid it at that. But now it just tells me it was probably more some behind the scenes, some personal personal stuff that was going on over the probably the past either a few months or a few years. That is, it just they just needed to kind of part ways. But for him to kind of knock you from the next opportunity,
That's so
that's
crazy.
just real crazy and
That's
hateful.
so crazy.
And it just lets you know that these owners are the owners. And y'all, no matter how great you think you are, this is they ship.
Love the way that you said
You
that.
feel
That's
me? This is
fact.
they ship. This is they feel. This is they plantation, and they
This
gonna do what they want to do.
I heard it's like that Drake shit, right? I heard Drake got his hands in some shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I heard Drake's got some hands in the ship, some shit on the at a different tier and things going through Drake. So I definitely understand what you're saying in terms at the end of the day, you're the coach. I'm the owner.
Right.
This is owner conversation.
It's
This is an
owner
owner
conversation.
chessboard.
Correct.
You know what I
So I
mean?
mean, if you said put myself in Bill's shoes, I would feel betrayed, and there's nothing I can do about it at this point. It's just that now I know to keep you from a distance, right? If
Yeah.
these rumors are true, this will be my last conversation with you, and we'll keep it that way. Am I coming back to New England for any type of extra? Nope, I won't be doing that. If this is true, if you going to
Mhm.
backstab me like this will be the last time New England will see Bill Belichick.
Let me ask you this, and we'll finish off with this question, which I think is a crazy question to say. Is this the last time we've seen Bill Belichick on the sidelines as an NFL head coach?
No, I
No?
think no, I think the gap is needed. If he wasn't going to go right in, I think he needed about a gap. I think he's going to do the NFL draft with Pat McAfee, so he's still obviously
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
relevant. So he's going to have his face out there.
And he
It's
signed with Manning too, the
and
Omaha
Manning. So it's going to be
production. So,
interesting how his personality over television works because the way we see him, it's very, very blah and kind of like asshole ish, right? Like, and he mumbles a lot. It's like I don't know how it's going to be, but at least he's going to keep
mhm.
himself relevant by being in front of a camera. I think a team will obviously need somebody like Bill Belichick in the future. So I think this
He's
opportunity,
for the football nerds, I think.
yeah, and I think he'll be right back.
The guys who watch, you know, all 22 films and don't do nothing with it.
Nate,
And
it's only certain type of men that don't get these second opportunities
yeah,
right away, and we know who those are. So
yeah.
I'm pretty positive Bill Belichick will be a head coach somewhere very soon.
I don't know, man. I saw on the article, and this is ESPN. This is ESPN's article. This is ain't like some rando. This is an article on ESPN published. You can go to it now. That says a confidant and a close friend says that Bill Belichick will not coach in the NFL because he has now been voted off the island of relevancy for
Mm,
the NFL. He will not coach again because he is not, I guess, a culture and personality fit for most. And Kraft just dealt with him because he was winning. Obviously, winning cures everything. So it'll be a really interesting thing, as you said, as he transitions to some media, try to open up that personality a little bit.
right,
I
right.
think McAfee will try because that's how McAfee is
Mhm.
in terms of his guys. They're loud. They do chants. Like, I don't know if he fits McAfee so much.
Right.
Peyton might be more style. Peyton has dry humor, and I think Belichick will get it a little bit better, but they would nerd out talking X's and O's in football. And I can see Belichick like really picking Peyton minds on what he sees and kind of going back and forth. It's like an offensive coordinator sitting down with a defensive coordinator and talking about football almost,
Mhm.
you know. So
I mean,
uh, I,
I think he makes his way back onto a field, definitely as a coordinator, if not a
yeah,
head
I
coach.
actually agree with the confidant. I don't think he does.
Mhm.
When I like when you have a job in the palm of your hands and then you got somebody with the puppet master pulling strings. I don't it's weird how that happened. You wouldn't even think that it would happen like that, but like you said, these are owners talking. You know, I think they said something like on the in the article, Belichick was the first person, Arthur Blank interviewed, and it was on like his $200 million yacht. They specifically wrote that.
Mm,
and the name of the yacht in the article, just to let you know what type of money we talking about.
mhm.
So I agree with you. I think this is different chessboard. We understand what the chessboards are, and then this is the owner's chessboard, and he's not part of the conversation. And if they want to X him out so he doesn't win anywhere, or
Okay.
Kraft really had a problem with him, there ain't nothing he can do about it. He got to go on Pat McAfee. He got to go on the Peyton Mannings. He's got to figure out how can I stay connected to football, and I guess open up that personality a little bit to see what he's really like. So it'll definitely be an interesting concept. It'll definitely be an interesting thing to see. And I don't really watch the Manning cast too much. I catch Pat McAfee stuff a little bit
That's
more my
that's my
speed.
guy.
Yeah, a little bit more my speed with Pat McAfee. But the Manning cast, I guess, is okay. I actually think Eli's funnier than Peyton, to be honest with you. Um, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I catch him sometimes. I'm usually
yeah.
into watching the game itself without that commentary, but I mean, I think they got a lot going on for him. You know what I'm saying? Omaha Productions is, they're
Doing
going to,
big things.
yeah, they're going to continue to do big things, especially in those spaces. And Peyton got a lot of respect across all platforms. Um, so it'll be interesting, man. Bill, listen, if Bill don't coach again, I'm sure he's okay. I'm sure he's going to be well okay to get on one of those boats that he got and sell off into the sunset as a champ. And I think what each boat he gets is a different championship on it or something like that. Something crazy, right? Or he adds a trophy to the boat or something like that. So, salute to him.
Yeah, but so I think that's all the stories of the day. We talked about
Oh,
the
I did want to
Sixers.
ask you, since you got that, let me see that shirt real quick.
Oh,
Oh, well,
slaying.
let's talk about this because this was a big story last week. Everybody was want to kick
Oh, you're talking about the statue?
the statue. Everybody, now listen closely, people.
Go ahead. Hold on, no, hold on. I'm gonna give you a spotlight. Hold on. Let me give you a spotlight, bro. Let me give.
Please come in closer. Here we go. Now listen, Allen Iverson is one of the greatest 76ers to ever lace up and put on a Sixers jersey. There was no disrespect in that trophy. The trophy is at the practice facility around the Legends Walk. And all the trophies of all the great Philadelphia 76er legends have one. And they're all that same size. Okay? Let's be clear. It wasn't disrespect to Allen Iverson. Of all people, that wouldn't be disrespected would be that brother and Allen Iverson. If he thought he was being disrespected, he definitely wouldn't have showed up. This is an honor for him. There's, I want to say, 5 or 6 trophies, same exact size, that are across the practice facility called the Legends Walk. Okay. The reason why there's not no trophy down at the Wells Fargo Center is because the Sixers don't own the Wells Fargo Center. Okay. It's not owned by them. That's why they want to move the stadium down to busy ass Broad Street or Market Street so they can have all the profit and it'll be theirs. And then by that time, I promise you, Allen Iverson will have a humongous trophy somewhere standing on Broad Street. So that's all I got to say. Relax.
Yeah, I didn't think nothing of it because I saw the other trophies and they were all the same size. So it's just people. There's always people on both sides of the fence. So
Right. It's more like people seeing what they do is they'll show Caitlin Clark's salary, right? They don't realize that the reason why Caitlin Clark is only getting that type of money is because the league is a failing league. And if you need them to become more appropriately or closer to equal pay to a league that's much more dominant, I think what they say, the NBA is what, a something $1 billion industry versus $60 million industry, is a complete difference. It's apples to oranges, 1%. So understand that. And then when you look at a trophy, you're saying, oh, he deserves bigger. How can y'all give him this little miniature trophy? This is disrespectful. But y'all don't even understand the concept or the context of what that trophy actually means. So I didn't want to put that out there since you had the shirt on. It made me think about it. Big
yeah,
story
yeah,
last
yeah.
week. And
No, it
salute to
was.
AI.
Yeah, salute GOAT. You know what I mean? GOAT, and arguably the greatest Sixer ever. So unfortunately without a ring too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But greatest, probably greatest Sixers ever, and I'm okay with people who think that. So
Small
I want to
nugget,
think.
man. Reese Maxey numbers are actually better than Allen Iverson at the same age.
Chill, bro. Come on.
This is a crazy number. It's a crazy stat, but it's a real
Next week.
stat.
Next week. Next week.
Cut that off.
Yeah, cut that
Cut
off.
that.
Next week.
Okay, we're gonna cut that.
We'll go there next week. I'll have my Maxi shirt on and we can talk about it next week.
Okay.
I want to thank everybody who joined us. We spiked up to almost 35 people concurrently on the stream, which is awesome. Again, you like gambling, you like gambling stories, you like gambling content in terms of betting, you like gambling, how-tos and 101s. We got it all here at Money Pot Betting. So make sure, if you're watching still, hit that subscribe, hit that follow button. And we're on our road to close to 5,000 subs on YouTube. I think well over close to 2,000 on Facebook, Instagram, all social media platforms. We'll be dropping the audio platforms on iTunes as well. Just put in Money Pot Betting and give us a follow. If you like culture, if you like the things that we talk about, and I mean, I tell you, man, I see a lot of influencers in this gambling space, and I see a lot of people having this lifestyle that we've come accustomed to falling in love with because we see it. We're as real as they come. We keep it black and white with a little gray in between and tell you how to actually do this efficiently in the right way. You can hire some women to come follow you, some escorts. You can walk in with a couple $1,000 and act like you do this, but we do this week in and week out, year to year, and we've been doing it for a long time. You can check the archives. So again, hit the follow, hit the subscribe button. This is Money Pot. This is Moss Money. That's Be Humble over there. We will see you guys next week for some more Gambling Nights contents. And I'm just a little bit tipsy because I can't stop talking. Can't stop talking. So we will see you guys.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe
next week with some more Gambling Night content. See you guys later.